Speaking of malls, and I know, the pressure is real. Speaking of malls, I mean, back then, that was a whole thing, these mall appearances, because there wasn't social media, there wasn't the internet, and all of these ways that people had access to see you and scream for you. Gabrielle, what do you remember about some of those mall experiences?
I think every time it was a shock. I don't think I ever got used to it, right? So I would be like, being with my husband or friend or going out and suddenly, and not realizing it. It was just, and I think part of it is that, you know, during the 90s and the success of the shows, I think that it was just, you were working, you know, a lot of us were fortunate, we were working a lot. So I felt like there was a disconnect, like what was going on in the world and what was going on in our world. And so then sometimes going like into public, into the malls was like the two worlds colliding. And it was just like, wow. And I've always loved being with my friends who were sharing the journey together. Because it was
How about you, Jason? What was that mall experience like?
There was a moment, I think it was in the second, maybe the third season of the show. Jennie and I, curious to hear if you remember this, we went to Detroit. Detroit Rock City in the house. So we went to Detroit to present a check from the Chrysler Motor Corporation to the United Way, I do believe. And oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe you don't remember this. This was awesome. So we went there, and the presentation was taking place in Joe Louis Arena, and there were 18,000 screaming fans in this arena. And when the curtain opened, and Jennie and I walked out on the stage, the screams and the roar of the crowd was deafening. It was unbelievable, and the flash bulbs and all of it, and that was the first time that I sort of realized that our show was making a huge impact outside of what we actually understood.
I was there. She was there. So it definitely happened.
Can you confirm that Jennie was there?
Wait, was Jennie there?
She was there.
Was I there? You had bangs.
Wait, so who was there?
Jennie and Jason.
Okay. Jennie doesn't remember.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about. You would think I would remember a giant check? I don't remember it.
It wasn't to you though. That's much easier to remember.
Shannen, what were your thoughts the first time you saw a doll of you or a character you played?
That does not look like me. That was really the very first thought was that looks like every other. I can't even say B-A-R-B-I.
Okay, but it's a doll. You're talking about the doll. No, she's talking about the doll.
It's like charades. One word sounds like, gonna act this out.
I'm talking about the doll, not the movie.
Okay, thank you. Just check it. Mr. President, I have to check.
Not that.
Yeah, it just didn't look like me. And we all looked the same, and we had like just different colored hair. By the way, my outfit was hideous. I was like, when did I ever wear like weird shorts with like hiking boots? I mean, it was just the weirdest. You guys, does anyone know what I'm talking about? That outfit and that character I played wore, it was awful. So yeah, I was a little freaked out by it.
I loved that doll. Finally had a perfect nose.
of your doll.
I thought the same thing for Shannen. Like, they all kind of just look like run-of-the-mill dolls. Like, they just put our clothes on and sign on the box and called it our dolls. But it was definitely cool to see. And I still have mine in my box somewhere.
You do? My dog ripped all of mine off. Somebody just gave me like 3 different ones from different shows, and I took them home and I had them in the laundry room sitting on the floor because I didn't really know what to do with them because they creeped me out personally. And my German Shepherd handled it for me. Destroyed them. I found my head like you guys somewhere. There was a leg like way over here, and then I think she pooped out my arm.
Shannen, the person who gave me that doll's over there.
Thank you so much for the doll. I
And she had another. Made of metal.
Brian, what's the craziest piece of merch from something you've done that you've seen?
That I've seen? Sorry, I just realized.
Yes, you've seen.
I was just talking to you and I was like, oh, there's people here. So I use a microphone. You made everything. I saw your action figure. So that's what he sells it as because he's like, I can't believe I had a doll. So he's like, it's an action figure, but it doesn't move, like it's, you know, and he's wearing heels. I was like, that's not an action figure.
It's only missing a conveyor belt, bro. It's right there.
Okay, and joints.
It's missing a lot.
The craziest, I mean, we had all sorts of merch. I saw Walkmans, and I've seen, I remember Darren Martin, for anybody that knows him, who was supposed to be here, he's not. Darren, we miss you. Love you.
Is that kind
He showed me, he found some, it was like a Hot Wheels car that was supposed to be yours, but it wasn't the right car. Yeah. Oh yeah, you saw that too, right? And I'm sure somebody else saw that, so verify my story, please.
It was the wrong 67 yellow Mustang?
What?
It was the wrong 67 yellow Mustang?
It wasn't even a yellow Mustang.
It wasn't even a Mustang.
No, it was like a
red, like
yeah,
Pontiac?
Yeah.
The what?
A red Pontiac?
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah,
red with like
red
wood
Sierra.
handling on the, it was very like Partridge Family-ish, the Hot Wheels. So that was the first
What
one.
about the sheets?
The what?
Like you guys all like had sheets.
I still wear, I have the sheets on my bed. They're like 2 thread count, they're super fun.
By the way, I was talking about Jason. He has Jason's sheets. Not his, but I read it. I've been to his house. It's definitely
With
Jason's.
his action figures all over the room. And I have different like clothing to change.
As you should.
As you should. Yes.
What is the craziest thing you've been asked to sign? And I'm going to say body parts notwithstanding.
You know, people have come up to me and asked me to sign lots of different things, certainly a few body parts. What has been interesting is to see, like, can you sign my arm and turn it into a tattoo? Which is, now
I saw
now I own their
Jason's
soul.
tattoos today.
We're good with that.
Just
I have
today.
a whole bunch of minions that have my name on their tattoo. And I set my hand and they quack like a duck wherever I am.
Have any of you ever seen, or any of you have, like a collect them all, like the tattoo signatures of all of yours?
Anybody out there have that?
Somebody?
Anybody out there?
I've seen Are You Willing Faces,
No.
but not all of a different show that I was on afterwards. I've seen people with all of our faces on their body. And what's really interesting is that, like, then they can make my mouth move and stuff.